See if there are gifts and blessings in these soul agreements with your dad. It's Megan with the Morphic field. In this tabletop constellation, you're going to connect with your dad, your father. You're going to receive a deep healing, receive messages at the soul level. So what arrangements, what agreements did you and your father make in this lifetime? Your ancestors on your father's side are going to come into the field to support you and your father. You're going to restore the love that gets passed down generation after generation. We will be accessing the Morphic field for deep healing and transformation through what's called a tabletop constellation. So you'll want to grab a post-it notes and a pen. Let's begin this tabletop constellation now. So grab your post-it notes and a pen. You can also follow along like it's a meditation as well. So we're going to bring you into the field, you in this present moment. We're drawing the arrow up top. That's always the direction in which the part is facing in the field. We're writing me now. You in this present moment. Let's bring you in to the bottom facing forward. And we're going to go ahead and bring in the next part. So we're going to bring in your dad. So we're drawing that arrow up top. Again, that's the direction that he is facing in the field. And let's write my dad. You can write my father if that's more appropriate to you, or a different word as well. Let's place your father in front of you, facing you. And when we place our hand on the representations, we're going to begin to channel the energy and information. So allowing this energy and information to come through and just be open to receive. So let's first place our hand on the representation for you in this present moment, really tuning into you in this present moment, becoming more aware of yourself, observing how are you feeling, what thoughts are coming through, memories, and observing, looking through your eyes in this present moment, looking towards your dad. What do you see? Who do you see? How do you feel? And again, allowing this information to come. When we work with the Morphic field, we are being supported with our healing, our transformation, coming back to wholeness. So notice how the field is supporting you right now. What is the field? What is your spirit team? What does your higher self want you to see? What's the experience standing in your shoes right now, looking towards your dad? Be aware of your younger selves, your inner child, younger ages that are showing up right now. So looking through their eyes as well. There may be one particular age or more than one that are showing up looking towards your dad. So welcoming those younger versions of you in. How do they feel when they look towards your dad? Feel into their heart space. Feel into the love that your younger selves have for your father, for your dad. Some of you may also be feeling some pain there as well. Let's feel really into the love that's there underneath that pain. The great love that you have for your father. Okay, we're going to feel into your dad. So let's place one hand on your father. And let's bring in his energy and information. How is he showing up right now? What are you noticing? And see, he may be showing up at different ages as well, different ages of your life as you experienced him. He may be showing up as younger selves as well in his childhood. So allowing your father to show up as it relates to you now. Looking through your dad's eyes towards you, what does he see? And connecting to your father on a spiritual level, on a soul level, what does your father see when he looks towards you? As your dad looks towards you, what age or ages are you showing up as? How does he feel towards you? And again, there may be some pain there, some separation, whatever dad was experiencing in his life. See if you can connect with his heart. Have him connect with his heart, opening his heart, feeling into the love that your father has for you, restoring the love, looking through his eyes towards you, feeling his love, How does your father feel as he now looks towards you? So restoring this flow of love between you and your father, connecting to you and your father at the soul level, at the spirit level. So having your higher selves, your souls, your spirits connect. What messages on the soul level are there for you and your father? And perhaps there are messages around this lifetime. What arrangements or agreements you made with each other to help each other learn, grow, expand. What life lessons did both of you set up for each other and with each other? What other messages are there? See if your dad's soul has any messages for you. And see if your soul has any messages for your dad. As you exchange those messages, feel the healing coming through. And we access the underlying soul arrangement, purpose that we have with another, with our relations, with our family members, with our parents. We open an opportunity for deep healing, for conscious awareness. So getting past, getting through, feeling, healing trauma, being able to complete, understanding the reasons why perhaps we had pain, separation, trauma with our parents especially. Feel into who you are now, who you are becoming as you heal from perhaps those childhood wounds. Who do you know yourself as? What have you learned? See if there are gifts and blessings in these soul agreements with your father, with your dad. For some of you, you may be hearing more communication that wants to happen. So perhaps your father wants to tell you something about decisions he made in this lifetime. Be open to receive those messages. How do you receive them? How do you respond? So coming in very strongly through the field right now are male ancestors. So asking the ancestors in your family who can stand in their strength to support your father, your dad, and support you. So see, feel your ancestors down your father's line, coming through the field. Some of you may be recognizing those ancestors of support. Some of you may not know those ancestors. So meet them. See how far back this support in your lineage can be with you right now, going back generation after generation after generation. So feel your ancestors like a V, getting wider and wider, the support behind you. What messages, gifts, blessings do these ancestors bring for you? Some of you may be receiving messages on behalf of your father. So there may have been a wound that you're presencing in your family lineage. See if those ancestors right now can support your father in the masculine for deep healing right now. You are witnessing. Standing in your father's shoes, having him receive healing, and support from the men in the family. And there are also women, also spouses, mothers showing up as well. So see what you are tuning into for your family system. What is some healing that is being called for that you right now can witness, can hold space for? When we do family constellation work, we are healing the disconnect, the separation, the exclusion, the pain at the source, at the origin. And that means going back in our family lineage. And perhaps you are feeling and seeing generational trauma that has been carried down through the generations that is wanting to be healed right now. You, as witness, can facilitate through the morphic field this space for deep healing for yourself and for your ancestors. Breathe through this. Be open to receive. Feel as you stand in your Father's shoes, Him receiving healing. So we'll take a few more moments as this healing is received and passed down. Notice as this healing is received for your father, feel yourself opening up from behind to also receive this healing, connected to your heart, receiving this healing in your heart. You may also be feeling like a lifting off of something. Some of you may have been entangled here as well with an ancestor, so allowing yourself to unentangle, feeling into the healing, receiving in your heart space this love, restoration, healing. Okay, so we're going to allow your father to keep receiving this healing, and this feels like a deep healing for, again, the family line and also the masculine, the divine masculine. So again, holding space for this deep healing. Once again, let's look through your eyes towards your father, towards your dad. What do you see now when you look towards your father? Perhaps seeing your father in a new way, now that he's received this deep healing. What does your father have to say to you right now? What do you have to say to your father? See if you can say, Dad, I love you. I've always loved you with all my heart. You are my father. You are the only father that I have. Because of you, I was born. Say, I take my life fully from you. I receive my life fully. Thank you. Now, stand in your father's shoes. Feel how your father received those words. So, standing in your father's shoes, looking towards you, say these words out loud and modify them as they feel true for you. I love you. You are my child. It was my honor to give you life. I give you your life fully. It is yours to do with as you wish. I have my own life. I see you. I love you. And you are well cared for. Be well on your journey. So listen to what other words are there for you, for your father to say to you. These sentences are healing sentences that when spoken into the field cause a deep healing at the soul level for both you and your father. These sentences of truth clear entanglements. Have us fully receive our life so that we can stand in our own strength, so that Father can stand in his own strength. Again, so there's not an entanglement, but so that we're free to live our own fate, standing in our own strength, fully receiving our life, allowing the love to flow down through the generations, connected through the heart. So feel yourself and your Father receiving healing right now between you, activating your heart spaces. And perhaps there's an embrace, allowing your Father to hold you, to comfort you. Feeling safe, feeling loved, valued, worthy, feeling like the gift that you are. Feeling the divine child that you are, the divine gift. So take a few moments to fully receive from your Father. Okay, we're going to complete in just a few moments. So let's listen for any last messages here. Okay, we'll complete here. Thank you for tuning into the Morphic field to receive this deep healing for yourself, for your Father, and for the men in your family. This work spreads through the generations. Some of you may have felt disconnected from your Father, or an inability to fully heal and receive the love, or there was a trauma or a burden, something felt off in your family lineage. So many ancestors could not support your Father. When you work with me one-on-one, we get to the origin of that disconnection, of that trauma. So if there was something that happened in your family lineage that you are entangled with, you are going to feel that generational trauma that gets passed down to you. So today, you feeling disconnected from your Father may not have started with you. It may have started generations back. So when we get to that origin, we're able to heal it. We're able to heal you and your ancestors so that you can experience yourself as free, as whole, as complete, as able to receive love and give love. Visit my website, themorphicfield.com, and you can also schedule a free 15-minute call there. If you got something out of this video, please hit that like button and remember to subscribe to the Morphic Field channel.